So we had the child, then we had mom, and then we had a family friend. Did anyone pick up anything significant, you think, in that discussion? The mom sharing her feelings. You recall her saying that if it wasn't for the children, I don't think what? Okay, this is important. As I look at friends from the Detroit Health and Wellness Promotion, I can recall 5 years ago that of the thousands of women that present every day for maternal and infant health programs, over 40% were self-assessing themselves as having levels of depression. And that's very significant because generally speaking, people don't say, I'm feeling depressed. So if 40% say they are, that gives a real indicator of what that reality in fact might be. Another what? Another missed opportunity. Someone else had their hand up.
I was listening to the mother, and she seemed to me, it was like she was frustrated, but she wasn't, should I say, she was lashing out at the nurse, taking it out on the nurse being frustrated with her not being able to be, her daughter being seen accordingly.
Good. We've talked a little bit about family. Jack, anything come to you in terms of some systems issues?
Well, I think there is an issue with people just, like the whole concept of this thing today is whose child is this? And the hospital saying, well, you need to go to the guidance center. Not helping to facilitate a connection. And I also think that the primary care provider should be involved if there is one. And with too many of our children, it's the hospital or a clinic where they show up and they're rarely seeing the same physician or the same medical people each time. So I think system-wise that is a community problem. But I also think that there is a lack of resources that are available for families like this, place to go to find out with the resources that's going to help the problems that they have.
Exactly, because mom said she had difficulty getting to where? Anywhere, let alone Southgate or her physician's office. So the issue of transportation was significant. The other aspect that she mentioned, she said it was hard for her to get an appointment. That's the issue of what? Access. So there's one other piece that kind of it was playing around there. We had a young lady who had asthma, was having difficulty breathing, but did you see any kind of responsiveness around that on the part of the ER nurse? Obviously the parent was concerned. A child is saying that she's having difficulty breathing. Was that kind of same old callousness, wasn't it?
Seemed that way.
Yeah, seemed that way. And Tammy, you look like you're just itching to say something.
Oh, well, being an asthma person myself, and I go in the ER saying I'm having trouble breathing, typically you're brought back immediately because it is considered one of the top reasons for, being seen emergently. So that's a real concern, because what if she really did have an asthma attack?
Excellent point. As before we move into the next skit, asthma is the #1 health disparity for children, African American, Hispanic, low-income children, not only in Wayne County, but in fact throughout the nation. And it's the #1 reason for school absenteeism. So it's a huge issue. Galata.
Jamila, I'm struck by the fact that they continue to talk about depression and the need for counseling and all, but there was not a social worker that came in at any point to talk with the family, to counsel the family, to do any kind of intervention. It was just like, go to the guidance center. And I guess the assumption is, once you get to the guidance center, you see the social worker. But there was still no one there to talk about what was going on, or to help her to understand that seeing a counselor doesn't mean you're crazy. Because you kept saying, I'm not crazy.
Right. But when you go to an ER, what happens? You present with whatever your issue of concern is. You get triaged. You're sent to the back, and you're sent there for what part of, remember that first slide? There's the head, and there's the what? There's the body. So what was going on in mom's head wasn't even on the menu. It wasn't the focus. And I think that was the point that Jack was making. ER visits are not about responding to the whole child or the family. They simply cannot do it. It's not designed to do that. So any other systems issues that come to mind?
But I think, what we have for a lot of families is a system that manages crises.
Yes.
It doesn't manage the holistic care of the child and the family. Because there's more than just, the mother obviously needs some assistance in some fashion, and there's certainly, she's not the focus other than she's the person that brought the child to the ER.
Okay, good. So now we have a referral, and we have to ask ourselves, now that we've done the referral, what happens? We have to wonder about that. We also have to wonder about, with mom, is mom ever going to get the assistance that she needs because her child was referred to mental health, not her, right? We also have to wonder what's going to happen with Mikey, who shows some, some of that is some normal 2-year-old kind of stuff, right? But if you're really not sure, what are the programs that are available to help do an assessment? Because in many cases, our families don't know what is developmentally appropriate for a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, let alone when they've been hanging out a long time in the ER. So with that, then, we'll hit pause again and get ready to start on our second skit. The floor is all yours.
You guys need to switch. Yep.
This place is always packed. What, are they giving something away?
Well, hon, it is August. You know everyone is trying to get in for their school physicals.
I suppose, but this wait is ridiculous. I'm sure we've been waiting at least an hour and we were on time for our appointment.
Well, it seems it's either wait or not be seen, but I know how Deja can get. So let me check it out.
Stop. Hello, sir. May I help you?
Hi, Dad? We've been waiting going on about an hour. Could you please give me an update on when we're going to be seen?
Oh, I know, sir. We are backed up, but it is back to school time.
Well, you see, our daughter Deja has special needs, and she doesn't do too well in these type of situations. So.
Yeah, I see what's happening, but you should be up pretty soon. But let me clue you in on something. If you can stay today, please do. If you leave, I can't get you in again till October.
October? Yikes. All right, we'll wait then.
No problem, sir.
Thank you.
Nina, give your sister a fruit snack right now.
Why? She already has hers. Why does she have to get mine?
Nina, no!
Not fair. She gets everything she wants just because she's weird. She's not even my sister anyway.
All right, now that's enough. Now you're just being mean. Give your sister a fruit snack.
Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, the doctor is ready to see you now.
Oh boy, finally.
Hello.
Hello.
So good to see you all. How are you all doing?
Good, good.
Good.
Excellent. So I see you are here for child visit. And my medical assistants informed me that Deja is presenting with asthma symptoms. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Well, whenever Deja plays and ends up running, she starts wheezing and she holds her chest. And we're a little concerned about that.
Mom, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I think Rob summed it up pretty well.
Do you guys have any pets in the house?
We have a cat named Nelson.
And how does Deja react with the cat around?
Fine, I think. I never noticed anything.
Well, sometimes the cat sleeps in Deja's room.
Mom, what about any prior history of asthma, either with Deja or in your family?
Well, actually, Deja is our foster child, so,
Yeah, so, well, we don't know her prior history of asthma. Our history doesn't really apply to her.
Does she have a caseworker?
Yeah, she does. I've been calling them all week and I haven't been getting an answer.
Oh, so that, how about you trying once again to contact the caseworker once I do the exam?
Okay, I'll step out. Yeah, so I tried calling him again, there's no answer. Oh, it's just so frustrating.
Well, I think it's always a good idea to have your caseworker supervisor's information. You know, they go on leave of absence, and your case gets turned over to another worker.
I don't even have the supervisor's name.
well, okay, that's good to know.
Well, I have finished with my physical exam with Deja, and it seems that she does have asthma, but I'm not going to prescribe any medication at this point. What I would do is to give you a referral for asthma education program in your area. But I would like to give you, but I'm going to introduce you to our social worker who would walk you through the process of how to connect with the program in your area. And also, another thing that I observed with the Deja, she is not, Deja's speech is a little bit of a problem. You know, at her age, there's a problem with her development when it comes to speech.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, I think it's a bit. I think it's a bit more than that. I think it might be neurological,
Meaning?
meaning that she knows what she wants to say, but she's unable to get it out. That might be a source of some of the behavior problems that you are seeing. Some of the fighting and screaming with Nina might be because she's unable to express herself.
Well, like that, Dee's okay. She says, Mama, Nini, Da. I think she can talk. She's just being bad. I don't buy it, but if you think so, I guess you are the doctor.
Nah, Linda, he's right. I mean, Deja is the same age as our friend Jeff and Kelly's baby, and he's already saying sentences. He says Cheerios when he's hungry, and he says stinky when he has to go to the bathroom. All Deja can say is our names.
I'm not a specialist, but I think it's worth taking a look at it. So I will be referring you to early on. Let me go get Betsy to speak to you more about this, about the details of it.
Thank you.
Can we go now?
Nina, sit down.
Sit down and hold your horses.
Sit down.
Hold them horses.
Quiet down. These kids.
Horses.
Ugh.
Horses. Holding them.
Hi, Betsy. Hi, Deja.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm the social worker, and I'm here to talk with you about some of the resources the doctor suggested, like early on. All right, Dee Dee, thank you.
Jack.
Well, number one, obviously, is a lack of information about this child. The foster parents don't know, they don't know how to get the information, the doctor has no clue. Clearly, there's a systemic problem here if we're unable to access quickly and reasonably basic medical information on a foster child. They